โอเคกลับมาน่าจะคิวสุดท้ายแล้วนะครับก็คิดว่าซูมน่าจะตัดที่40นาทีนะเพราะฉะนั้นใครที่ไม่ทัน pair work เนี่ยก็ให้อยู่ไป record ไฟล์แล้วก็ส่งเข้ามาในไลน์แล้วกัน Okay, everyone understand, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. So next pair would be Apisara 619 and Natakan 591. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, go.
Can you talk about what a typical day at your current job is like?
My typical day at my future job may be work at the company in the morning, but I think I still rarely imagine my future work. But I want work that I enjoy with it and have a good colleges, so that will make me happy with work so much. And can you talk about what a typical day at your current job is like?
I think wake up at 7 a.m. and go to the office around 8 or 9 and finish working at 6 p.m. Can you describe some of the people that you work with?
Yes, I can describe some of the people I work with. They are so cute, friendly, and active. Like when we have group work, we can work together even though we are not the same major. And if we talk about my future colleges, I want my friends on my teams like this, like everyone try to help and calm heart. And can you describe some of the people that you work with?
I'm working with people who are positive, energetic, and take accountability for their work. Can you describe your current job?
Yes, my current job maybe work at the company, have lunch, and after that go home to spend time with my parents. And that work will have time that I can relax and not too serious so much. And can you describe your current job?
I'm interested in marketing. I think my current job in the future will be marketing officer. I have used my skills to build a strong online presence that has expanded brand awareness. Do women usually work after they get married in your country?
Yes, they do, but for some parents, because nowadays in my country, there are many women usually work after they get married, like help each other to collect money and plan for their children in the future. So I think that's good. Women can work after they get married. And do women usually work after they get married in your country?
Yes, most of women continue working after getting married nowadays. I think women can do the jobs that she do before she getting married. She did not to resign because of she getting married. Do you ever work overtime?
Yes, I do. If we talk about doing my work because some work that difficult, challenge, and need time to do, sometimes it's a big work that I need to do overtime in the night because I want a good quality work before the daylight come. That's why sometimes I work overtime. And do you ever work overtime?
No, I don't. I think work balance is important for mental health. I think I can manage my schedule. Thank you.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much. Such interesting content. I think it's useful for your job interview. Thank you. Next one, next pair. Chinapat 865 and Sarin 466. Are you there?
Yes.
Yes.
You have.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Can you talk about what a typical day at your current job is like?
I think my favorite job is a psychologist. My typical day will like simple. It just give an advice for people. What about you?
I don't sure at my typical day of my current job, but I hope I have energy to wake up to do my job and happy with my job in the future. Can you describe some of the people that you work with?
I think they're a good person, but they have some problems with their life or their mind or their mental. What about you?
Mm, I'm not sure, but in the present, I work with my friend and my team. I have a team to I have a competitor about a game. I have to work with them. It's it's good, but it's okay. Can you describe your current job?
I think my job is about as a consultant, like hearing and giving advice for patients. So we must have a good communication skills. What about you?
I'm not sure. Maybe I work with my business at home of my father or uh am like a consider like you. Do women usually work after they get married in your country?
I think yes, women in my country normally work after they get married because money is important right now, and welfare is not good enough. Then women usually work after they get married like men. What do you think?
I think women should work after they get married. It's not fair if people think women are married and they don't go to work or married age. I think it's unfair about her. Do you ever work overtime?
Yes, because I have many work to do. Yes. What about you?
Uh, I don't. I think I don't have work overtime because sometimes I didn't do about work at all. But
Oh, good.
because very good
All right,
at
good. Thank you so much. Okay, next pair. Tanya 167 and Chatman Kon 545, right? Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay. Can you talk about what a typical day at your current job is like?
My future job is investor. I think my typical day is just like always observe about stock and find the best time to sell them. What about you?
For me, I think I want to be a lecturer, and my typical day is special day. I think I want to do every day is my special, and I think when I get up, I quickly to do my work and do everything as I want.
Hmm.
Yes.
Can you describe some of the people that you work with?
Oh, it thinks I have a lot of people that I ever worked with. I think they are good, they are bad, but every person have a reason and why they are like that. I think when I work with another person, I will be the uh, reasonable like that. I want to listen them why they do this and don't do this. Yes. What about you?
Some of them are troublemaker, but some of them just like you are very kind and always give me an advice. Yeah, like that.
Oh, okay. Can you describe your current job?
Now I'm studying in Bachelor of Art program in Thai, but I think my future job is an investor that look the same like freelance. I always have to sit in front of my PC and observe about stock graph just like that and sell them. Yeah. What about you?
For me, I think I want to be a lecturer in the university, but I don't think that I can or not. I just want to be only. Yeah.
Do women usually work after they get married in your country?
Yeah, I think so because women are equality. Every gender can work, and it's not the answer why you don't work, because you get married, but you can work. You can do it for money. You can do it for baby, like that. Yeah. What about you?
Yes, they usually work after they get married because in my country, money is always important, and I think they want to help their partner about cost of living. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Do you ever work overtime?
Always, yes. I ever work overtime because I have a lot of works and research to do. What about you?
Oh, me too. It's too
Yeah.
bad. I want
Yes.
actually I want to balance my schedule, but I can't do it. I always have a lot of work and I can't I sleep late really.
I think
Yeah.
you sleep 3 a.m. You know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much สรุปคือทุกคนนอนตีสามใช่ไหมครับ Okay, next pair would be ใครต่อพิชามน 125 and Satapon 462. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Can you talk about what a typical day at your current job is like? In my future, I would like to become a child psychologist. So, in my typical day, I think I have to give advice to children and help them to encourage their development. How about you? Can you talk about what a typical day at your current job is like?
In my dream job, I think my typical day would be waking up and check the schedule of the day, go to work and talking to the clients. Can you describe some of the people that you work with?
As I tell you that I would like to become a shy psychologist, so I think my colleague are probably a love shy person and kind. How about you?
Yeah, my people that I work with is really nice. I think they are really supportive, and if I'm asking for help, they will help me with pleasure. Can you describe your current job?
My job maybe work at hospital, and I have to listen to children's problem, give them some advice, and help them to encourage their development as appropriate for their age. And how about you? Can you describe your current job?
Well, I wanted to be a counselor, so I have to listen to the people's problem, such as work problems or family problems in their life, and help them get through it by listening to them. Do women
Okay.
usually work after they get married in their country?
Yes, I think they do because I think in these days women are starting to take care more of themselves, and in some family, women are leader of their family, and I think regardless of gender, everyone can be able to work even though they are married. And do women do you think for you, do women usually work after they get married in your country?
Yes, I think most of women in my country still working after they get married, such as my mom. She is still working together with my dad right now. Do you ever work overtime?
I think in future I will only work on time because I think my kind of job is likely to be work on schedule. And how about you?
I think my job is have to work overtime like always. Yeah, right now I always working or doing homework before I go to bed. So sometimes it's not finished in the time, so I have to do it until it's done, which is really late, so it's 2 or 3 a.m. every night.
Mm,
Thank you.
okay, thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Next pair would be Natnari 204 and Vanada 604.
Yes.
Okay, good. So, 1, 2, 3, go.
Can you talk about what a typical day at your current job is like?
Of course, a typical day in my work is constantly searching for a new content for video shooting, which is my job. My occupation is YouTuber. And you? Can you
I want
talk
to
about what a typical day at your current job is like?
Yes, I want to be a business owner. I think typical day about open store, control worker, and take care customer. Can you describe some of the people that you work with?
Yes, my future colleague, probably someone who work well, friendly, and high responsibility. And you?
They're friendly and have attention, but someone unfriendly make me uncomfortable.
Okay. Can you describe your current job?
I think about take care customer. Sometimes can decision in hard situation. And you?
Of course, my job right now is to create video content and shoot YouTube video for people to watch. Do women usually work after they get married in your country?
I think can work after get married, if not to try it or have problem.
Okay.
And you?
Yes, more likely it will be because with the changing time, women after marriage do not necessarily have to be housewives, and marriage doesn't stop women from working.
Do you ever
uh,
work overtime?
Of course, because sometimes I want to get the job done quickly, so I have to work overtime. And you? Do
I
you
ever
ever
do
work overtime?
sometime. I ever do sometime when a lot of work to do. Thank you.
All right,
Okay,
thank you
thank
so
you.
much. Good. Next pair would be Saran 463 and then Inkarat 132. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Can you talk about what a typical day at your current job is like?
In future, I think I will be consular, and I think I should wake up early, and maybe 6 a.m. And I think in every day I will talk a lot of people. And can you talk about what a typical day at your current job is like?
My future job, I want to be a barista to make coffee, and my typical day is gonna be like waking up in the morning to prepare for coffee and start a job, and after that just clean and close my cafe.
Can you describe some of people that you work with?
I hope my people that I work with, they are kind and have a service mind to service our customer. And how about you? Can you describe some of the people that you work with?
I think the people that I work with will be nice, reasonable, calm, and open mind.
Can you describe your current job?
Yeah, in the future, if I be counselor, I think I will listen many problem of the people who come to me and give some advice for them. And can you describe your current job?
So if I am a barista in the future, my job is I have to make a coffee for a customer that they want, or other kind of drink like cocoa, milk, or smoothies, and I have to learn new thing about how to make a coffee.
Do women usually work after they get married in your country?
Yes, of course they do, and I think it depends on their decision to choose what they gonna do or not. And do women usually work after they get married in your country?
Yes, and I agree with you that it depends on she's or they. If they want to do, I think it's okay. Do you ever work overtime?
For my job, I think I'm not gonna work overtimes because I have to wake up early to prepare for my job. But if I want to learn something new, I think I will work overtime to learn that. And do you ever work overtime?
I think for my job, I think no, because I think I should to listen many problem all days, and if I have an overtime, I think I will. It's overwhelming for me.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you so much. Good. Next pair would be Govindida. Govindida 430 and then Tanya Boone 447. Is that right? Are you there?
No, Tanya Porn.
Tanya Pon, sorry, Tanya Pon 447, right? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, go.
Can you talk about what a typical day at your current job is like?
Yeah, I prefer working alone to working with the others, and also like to cut up in my job alone because I don't like to talk much, and I'm not good at communication or something that have to meet many people. So yeah, maybe the job that suit to me is about create something like a graphic design. Yeah, something like that. And can you talk about what a typical day at your current job is like?
I have to tell you first that I think I want to be clinical psychologist in the future. So I think my day was like woke up and go to the hospital and talking with patients, something like that. Yeah.
Can you describe some of the people that you work with?
People that I work with in this major, I think they are kind and some of them are funny. So it's like when I have to work in group, it's not too serious. So I have an idea for work. And what about you? Can you describe some of the people that you work with?
I like to work with who that understand my nature, and I can understand them too. And I like the people that always be positive and feel free to work together. Yeah. Can you describe your current job?
If I were clinical psychologist, I think I have to diagnose mental health of patient and help psychiatrists to talk with patient. And can you describe your current job?
Yeah, mostly of my current job is about art, like to create some PowerPoint, infographic, or edit video. Yes, I like, and maybe do some research if teachers assign.
Oh, do women usually work after they get married in your country?
Yeah, I think if in the past they are not, but these days the norm is changed. The norm that the woman should be a housekeeper, that not true anymore. How about you? What do you think?
I think yes. I see many of working women that still working after they get married. So I think working only one person in family is not enough in this country. So if you want to raise a baby to have a better life, you have to working hard too of and mom and dad, and my mom's still working too. Do you ever work on overtime?
Yes, always. You know that. My work-life balance is so bad because I'm not productive. Is there is no deadline. All works always come in the same time. So yeah, that's it. And what about you? Do you ever
Yes, me.
work?
Yes, me too. Because I think work at night is I have more concentrated and creatively. So I have to work overtime. I think every work that I have, and right now I have so many homework, so I work overtime. Yeah, thank you.
All right, yeah, thank you so much. And คู่สุดท้ายใช่ไหม The last pair for today would be Warraman 460 and Pasagon 124. Ready?
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, go.
ready. Okay. Can you talk about what a typical day at your current job is like?
I think I will be businessman all day, and in night I will wait for a bad signal to deal with civilian problem. What a typical day at your current job is like?
My typical day in current job is seem like it's normal, not be uh like spending time all in my room, spending all of my time in my room. Don't need to meet people that much. Uh, it seems pretty quiet to me. Yep. Can you describe some of the people that you work with?
I, I have to. I always work alone, but sometimes I have my partner. Is his name Robin? He's nice, friendly, and very useful. Can you describe some of the people that you work with?
The people that I work with, they like to drink. Yes, they like to drink, and they're so loud. They like to go in my room and make some party. Okay. Can you describe your current job?
I have to deal with many problems like cause cause uh some robbery or fight with villains or something. Can you describe your current job?
Uh, like I say, stay up my time in my room, study online class, and do some homework. Yep. And do women usually work after they get married in your country?
Yep, I think both of men and women have to work before and after get married, and have to work for better life, for family, for baby, and for future. Yeah. And do you think about it?
I think so. But not just women, but men after get married, he don't need to do work too. Like for the couple, it's a couple problem. They need to talk each other what they want to do. Yep. Do you ever work overtime?
Yep, I work all the time, all and all the time. Hero never stop working because I'm Batman. Do you ever work overtime?
Yes, many time. Like when you got your homework and your teacher say you need to finish it before midnight, and I be like, wow, so cool. Yeah, finish. Teacher, hand in. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. เสร็จแล้วครับ
Okay, yeah, it's good. At least you know the deadline of each assignment. Okay, okay. All right. มีอีกไหมครับ ไม่มีคนฝึกพูด pair work แล้วนะครับ ถูกไหม เราจะต้องปิดคลาสกันแล้วนะครับ โอเค เดี๋ยวแป๊บหนึ่งนะฮะ เดี๋ยวขอดูก่อนมีคำถามเกี่ยวกับ midterm ไหมครับ มีไหม plot storyline ทำได้ไหมฮะ Hi, how are you? Any questions so far about your midterm that you need to record your role play, right? Okay, ถ้าอย่างนั้นไม่น่ามีคำถามละปิดคลาสไหมปิดคลาสได้ไหมเนี่ย11 โมงละโอเคไหมทุกคน everybody would you like to finish a class just only this? Yes. Yes or no? Do you understand what? Okay. Do you understand what I teach you for this class?
Yeah, got it.
Right. So do you think it is useful for your job interview? ตอบเข้ามาได้นะครับเป็นการสัมภาษณ์ดีกว่า Again, do you think it's useful for your job interview? No one can respond for this question, okay? Maybe not useful. All right, so okay, it's enough for you. เดี๋ยวแป๊บหนึ่งนะครับเดี๋ยวเอาอย่างนี้ดีกว่า เดี๋ยวไอจะทำแซมเปิลตอบคำถาม 5 ข้อนี้นะครับ เดี๋ยวขอวอลันเทียร์สักคนหนึ่งอ่านโจทย์ได้ไหม
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so what you need to do is that you just read the question here, and I'm going to talk about this, okay, in each question. Right? 1, 2, 3, go.
Can you talk about what a typical day at your current job is like?
Well, I think my typical day at my work is all about teaching. So as English instructor, I would say that what I need to do in daily routine is that I have to prepare my interesting content and then practice my delivering speaking in front of the class, just because I think it is very important for a teacher to present interestingly. And how far that I can give a content to the student is that I have to make sure that the student can enhance their knowledge in each subject. That was my expectation about my typical day of my teaching job. So, all right.
Can I?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, okay. Can you describe some of the people that you work with?
Well, personally, I do believe that in one organization, they may have different people in different places. So I'm going to say that how to describe for some people that you work with. It's kind of, I do believe that all people are friendly and energetic, responsible for their work, and they can adapt to any difficulty or hard time situation that can be cooperated together. So I would say that this is the ideal organization that contain an interesting people together. Thank you. Next one.
Can you describe your current job?
So basically, for my job description as a teaching job is that the first thing is that I have to create an interesting question, let's say, content or any information related to the course specification. I would say that teaching English is kind of really sensational just because you need to provide lots of information to the student and see how progress they are. So I would say that in order to make sure the student success in that career or even their knowledge, what they need to do is that they just got a motivation from an English instructor and they will take action later on. Thank you.
Do women usually work after they get married in your country?
That is a very interesting question to talk about gender equality. In this way, I would say that women can work after they get married just because if they have a problem with financial status. But anyway, in some culture, I do believe that some women who decide to get married, they can stay home and bringing up their children. So it means that it depends on the father or male who do a job instead. Anyway, I do believe that women and men should do work at the same way just because now we consider on qualification in each person instead of gender discrimination. Next one.
Do you ever work overtime?
Well, it is a very interesting question there. I think overtime is kind of essential thing for doing job or any job done in particular topic. For example, if you are going to do a big project for your company, but you are running out of time, let's say you have to finish this only this week. So it means that you need to work on overtime in order to finish it. By the way, I would say that overtime is considered as a time consuming for workplace. I mean, if we can deter overtime, it would be the best for us. And anyway, in weekday, we just only work in the daily routine and the rest would be our day off. So the quality of life or even work-life balance would be appropriate. Thank you so much. ทีนี้เนี่ยพอเราพูดภาษาอังกฤษ when it comes to talk about an interesting question, right? I mean, it's not interesting question. The question that asks you to explore the idea when it comes to the interview, right? I'm going to say that not only the content that you deliver to the interviewer, but anyway, you need to concern about your grammar, okay, your vocabulary, the aspect that you can you can talk or going to explain about it, right? Maybe next week I'm going to give you a comment, okay, or feedback. Let's say constructive feedback for your speaking. Just because we've been learning lots of speaking practice so far, so I do believe that you can enhance your fluency a bit, is that right? And as well as your pronunciation or vocabulary, and especially for your grammar, all right? So you need to combine 4 criteria for speaking. The first one is your fluency, right? You need to talk freely and confidently. The second one is all about vocabulary. So in some topics, right, you have to choose appropriate vocabulary to talk about that. And the third one would be your grammar or structure. So sometimes like in terms of speaking, you need to start with well, that is interesting question.